And we are back, and I'm truly glad to introduce our guest, Marchін Вирвал. How are you, sir?
I'm very good, and you?
Pleasant to see you after all, because I've heard a lot. Never met you. But you're right now like a legend. So ladies and gents, let me introduce the first foreign accredited journalist in Ukraine, Marchін Вирвал. So right now it's something like, frankly speaking, I don't have refreshed data. It's something like more than 12,000 accreditations right now. And you got the first one for, I can't really say this word, foreign journalist. So number 28. How did it happen?
Probably that's happened because when it all started, first I was already in Kiev for 2 weeks. So I was already there. But another thing is that Ukrainian Ministry of Defense knows me very well because I covered the war since 2014, since its real beginning. So I think that when I sent the request, they just said, okay, this is the guy. So, well, I got it.
And you are the guy, for sure. What is the most incredible moment during this year? What happened for you personally?
Oh, well, there are so many incredible moments this year. It's like I came to Kiev, first to Kiev, on 7th of February, just for 1 week, just to see what's going on and what the situation is like. Well, then it all started, and I stayed for 2 months, and then I was just in out all the time. And well, first it was Kiev, Irpin, Bucha, Borodyanka, and then I went to Kharkiv, for example, and all, well, along the front line, yeah. So,
what memories Kharkiv left after all? So what do you remember when you say Kharkiv?
My first encounter. Well, of course, I know Kharkiv very well, but this year I went there in a very special moment. We were in Kiev, and the war was all over the place, and me and my friend, we decided to go to Kharkiv to see what the situation is like there. And we went there, and there was, I think, just one hotel working. Well, at least the one that I found, and we came late evening, and in the morning we just found out that we'd like to eat something for breakfast, and most of shops were closed. And finally we found some shop, but they were just chips, stuff like this. And we were like driving along the street, and well, we saw a woman with a dog, and we stopped, and we asked her, don't you maybe you know where we could find a bakery? We'd like to buy some bread. And I had Polish flag, and she just grabbed my hand and she said, well, Poles, I love you. I'm the owner of the bakery. And it was Olga, Dmitro's Kutovic's wife. And that's how we met. It was absolutely amazing that we met just these people, such special people. So that was the moment in Kharkiv.
I know the dog. Could you tell us more about what's going on right now on your platform? Like, because maybe Ukrainians don't really know about what's going in neighborhoods. So tell us more about your once.pl. So how do you see what's going good and what can we do more to help you to provide more information to Poles, to like other part of Eastern Europe?
To provide more information. Well, I feel that there are not enough journalists covering the war. I think there should be more. Like in Poland, that's me and just a couple of my of other journalists, 2 or 3 that really go to the front lines and bring the news to the Polish audience. So I think the main problem, each of us does what they can, yeah. We spent most of the last year in Ukraine covering it, but we still feel there's not enough information.
How do you think? What can we do to replenish it? So from our side.
Oh,
because we invite journalists all the time.
I think in Kharkiv, like the situation for foreign journalists is just splendid. It's just great. Your media hub is so effective, so effective in contacting people, in providing information. I go all around. I go to Kramatorsk, to Zaporizhia, to Kherson, Nikolaev, and in this context, Kharkiv is really unique. So if you ask me what we people in Kharkiv can do, well, there's nothing else you can do. You've just done everything. The worst situation is in other city. Well, for us, Polish people, it's still easy, yeah, because Ukrainian and Polish, there's so good energy, so good chemistry between us, yeah, and so we know the language. I understand Ukrainian and Russian and speak a bit, but if you want me to be fluent, I switch to English. So for us, it's quite easy. But when the Germans or Britons come, the situation is more difficult for them. Here in Kharkiv, well, they are like the situation for them is very good. But if they go to Kramatorsk, to Slavyansk, to other cities near the front lines, the situation is not so good.
From my side, I just want to emphasize on one thing. Marcin is one of the journalists, that brave journalists who don't hesitate to go to the trenches. So what can you tell about such kind of experience? Maybe some advice?
Well, it's very difficult to have an advice for a journalist that doesn't have this kind of experience. I started in 2014, but then I also had the other war experiences in Syria, in Iraq. But of course, Ukraine is absolutely unique for me as a journalist, but also as human. The point, it's not easy to just decide I want to be a war correspondent and go to the war. You have to have sources. You have to know people. You have to communicate, because in Ukraine still not many people speak English, so you have to know the language at least on a basic level. And of course, you have to have how to say a special something specially new, this kind of personality that lets you go to the trenches and psychologically understand what's going on and well, bring the information from this place.
And don't forget to stay safe. Sure. Marcin,
Sure.
I just want to say we have a very special word, full scale, you know. I want you here for full scale interview. So you're so interesting guest. I hope to see you later. I thank you very much for your joining. Слава Україні і її партнерам.
Героям слава, and well,
Heroes, glory to Ukraine and to our partners. Glory to heroes.
Дякуємо дуже Марчину.
Let's we move to our marathon trial athletes. Let's move to the Kharkiv region.
Вони
Our
рухаються
athletes
далі, і, власне, зараз ми про
beyond
це
the
розкажемо.
Kharkiv region, they go.
Дякую. І зараз ми переходимо до наших бігунів, які ми дякуємо Марчину за те, що він приєднався. Я сподіваюся, дійсно буде змога поговорити з ним більше про його досвід. Це та людина, яка дуже багато часу провела в Україні.